analysis process is a process of gathering information, necessary information relating to the task, duties, responsibilities, and accountability of a job. And hence this job analysis is a process which involves series of related steps. So we'll see what are the different steps that are followed in the process of job analysis. The major steps involved in job analysis includes organizational analysis as the first step. So first of all, an overall picture of various jobs in the organization has to be obtained. This is actually required to find the linkages between jobs and organizational objectives, the interrelationship between jobs and contribution of various jobs to the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization. So this is the first step in the job analysis, the process of job analysis. First one is organizational analysis. So the required background information for this purpose is obtained through organizational charts and organizational like workflow charts. So through this, the required background information for this purpose can be obtained. So the first stage is the organizational analysis. So we have to have a clear picture or the overall picture of various jobs in the organization has to be obtained. And the second stage, selection of representative positions is to be analyzed. It is not possible to analyze all the positions and all the jobs. So a representative sample of jobs to be analyzed, and so keeping the cost and time constraints in mind, we have to take a representative sample of jobs and we have to make some analysis. So that is the second stage. So selection of representative positions has to be identified and it has to be analyzed. So that is the second stage. And the third stage is collection of job analysis data. So here we have discussed about several methods and techniques that we can use for collecting job analysis data. So this third stage involves the collection of data on the characteristics of the job, the required behavior, and personal qualifications needed to carry out the job effectively. So there are several techniques that are available for collecting such data, and we have to give utmost care to select what is the reliable and acceptable technique in a given situation, whereby we can minimize the limitations for that particular method. So we have to go for collection of job analysis data. And with the help of the data that we are having in our hand, we have to go for preparing job description and job specification, which are the consecutive steps that are followed in the process of job analysis. So the fourth stage is preparation of job description. So this step involves describing the job, the contents of the job, in terms of functions, in terms of duties, in terms of responsibilities, operations. So we have to classify or we have to describe the contents of the job in terms of functions, duties, and responsibilities. So here the job holder is required to discharge the duties and responsibilities and perform the operations listed in the job description. So that is the fourth stage. And the fifth stage, we have to go for preparation of job specification. So this step involves conversion of the job description statements into a job specification statement. So here job specification refers to a written set of statements of personal attributes in terms of their traits, in terms of their skills and competencies, the training, the experience needed for carrying out the job. So these will be included under job specification. So these are the major steps that are followed, that are involved in job analysis. I once again say what are the steps that are followed in job analysis. First one is organizational analysis, and the second one is selection of representative positions to be analyzed, and we have to go for collection of data as the third stage, and with the help of data we have to prepare job description, and with the help of job description we have to develop job specification. So these are some of the things that we have to do, and which is described as the process of job analysis. A job description is a written statement of what the job holder does and how it is done, and under what conditions it is done and why it is done. So that is it is called as job description. So it describes what the job is all about, and throwing light on the job content, and the environment, and the conditions of employment. So all these will be coming under job description. So it describes in nature. It is descriptive in nature, and it also defines the purpose and scope of a job. And the main purpose of writing a job description is to differentiate the job from other jobs and state its outer limits. So what is the thing that the concerned person with a particular job has to do? So this is called as job description. So it is a written statement of what the job holder does, how he is doing, how it is done, under what conditions it is done, and why it is done. So these are job description. So job description usually covers the following information. Some the information like what is the job title. So title is, it tells about the job title, what is the code number which is given to that particular job, and the department where it is done. So that is called as job title. So a good job title will closely approximate or closely resembles the nature of the work that he is doing, and will distinguish the job from others. So say for example, if a job title is for manufacturing person, okay, a manufacturing company. So they are having so the company is having a manufacturing department, and they are having a lineman. So lineman is the job title which is given to him, and so this lineman will be the title given to that particular job, and he is actually included in that department. So this is called as the job title. So it tells about the job title, and the code number and the department where he is working. So first one is about job title, and job summary. So a brief write-up about what is the job is all about. So that is a job summary which is included in job description. And the third one is job activities. So here a description of the tasks done, and what are the facilities that they are using, and the extent of supervisory help, etc. So these will be coming under job activities. And the next one is working conditions. So here the physical environment of a job, and in terms of what is the heat and what is the lighting capacity, what is the noise and other hazards. So all these will be included under working conditions. And finally the social environment. So size of the social group or the work group, and the interpersonal relationships and interactions required to do the job. So that will be coming under social environment. So all these are the prime like the information that is actually included under job description. I once again repeat: job title, job summary, job activities, environment or working conditions, and finally social environment. So all are some of the information that are covered under job description. Then is with regard to job specification. The job specification, it summarizes the human characteristics needed for the satisfactory job completion. So what are the human characteristics? Say for example, their skills, abilities, the knowledge, the competencies, the human behavior. So all these will be included here in job specification. So job specification, it summarizes the human characteristics needed for satisfactory job completion. So, and it also tries to describe the key qualifications needed to perform the job successfully. So it also explains some of the important attributes a person to describe a person in terms of his education, his experience, his skills and knowledge, abilities. So in order to perform a particular job, so that all that information are included under job specification. So here job specification is actually a logical outgrowth of a job description. So here for each job description, it is desirable to have a job specification. So this helps the organization in order to determine what kind of persons are needed to take up specific jobs, and the personal attributes that are described through a job specification can include these attributes. The personal attributes that are described in the job specification include the attributes like, first one is essential attributes. So essential attributes are called as KSAs of a person. A person must possess. So KSA is knowledge, skills and abilities. So that is essential attributes. And the second one is desirable attributes, is qualification a person ought to possess. So that is called as the second level, which are called as desirable attributes. And contraindicators, this is the third important aspect. So attributes that will become a handicap, to successful job performance. So that is called as contraindicators. So these three are three important attributes that are described in job specification. Another term which is called job enrichment. So job enrichment is a way to motivate employees by giving them increased responsibility and variety in their jobs. Many employers traditionally believed that money was the only true motivating factor for employees, and that if you wanted to get more out of more work out of your employees, offering them more money, and in that way we can extract a lot from the employees. So that was the thought that the employers have got in their mind. And so here this concept actually has come out from that thought. Okay, and so this job enrichment, it is actually a way to motivate the employees by giving them increased responsibility and variety in their jobs. So that is called as job enrichment. And here the purpose of the job enrichment is to improve the quality of the employees' job satisfaction, and therefore they can get motivated by accomplishing more, by making them involve, or by involving them into much more tasks, so that they can get maximum satisfaction because of their multiple roles, so because of their increased responsibility. So that is the meaning of this term called job enrichment. So this job enrichment is actually has come out from a theory called the Herzberg's two-factor theory. So according to him, two separate dimensions contribute to an employee's behavior at work. The first dimension, known as the hygiene factors, which involves the presence or absence of job satisfaction, such as wages, the working environment, rules and regulations, and supervisors. So, when these factors are poor, work is dissatisfying and the employees are not motivated. However, having positive hygiene factors does not cause the employees to be motivated. So this it means that even though they have a positive factors like positive hygiene factors like good wages and good working environment, adaptable rules and regulations, and friendly supervisors, even though they have got all these as positive hygiene factors, they will not be motivated. So the reason for their motivation and the satisfaction might be different. So, and he has also given another set of factors which is called as motivators. So, here motivators includes recognition for doing a good job, and achievement and opportunity for growth and responsibility. So, these motivators are what actually increase the job satisfaction and performance, and hence this job enrichment is becomes it becomes a very important strategy at this point, because enriching employees job can help meet some of their motivational needs. So there are actually five basic areas, basically five areas that are believed to get individuals motivation and increased job performance. So here the five basic factors includes the skill variety, and the task variety, and task identity, task significance, autonomy, and feedback. So these are the five basic things. So the first one is skill variety, and task identity, task significance, autonomy, and feedback. So here job enrichment, it seeks to find positive ways to address each of these areas, and therefore we can improve employee motivation and personal satisfaction. So let us discuss what are the five basic skills that are included here under job enrichment. So the first one is skill variety. Skill variety involves the number of different types of skills and that are used to perform a job. So this area is very important because using only one skill to do the same task repeatedly can be quite boring. So it typically causes the employee's productivity to decrease, and after a period of time. So this skill variety will definitely boost up the employee's performance by performing different methods, different types of skills that they possess to carry out a specific job. So that is the first thing, which is skill variety. And the next one is task identity. So task identity is a matter of realizing a visible outcome from performing a task. So here, being able to see the end result of the work they do is an important motivator for employees. So one way to make the task identity clearer is through job enlargement. So this is another term which is directly associated with task identity. So here, this can be achieved through job enlargement. So which means adding more tasks and responsibilities to an existing job. So here, say for example, instead of building just one component part of, say for example, of a car, a team of employees builds the entire product from start to finish. So when using job enlargement as an enrichment strategy, so it is important that enlarging the jobs gives the employees more responsibility and more variety, and not just more work. So that is the importance that we have to give to task identity. So task identity is making or a matter of realizing a visible outcome from performing a task. And the next one is task significance. So task significance represents or involves how important the task is to others in the company. So which is important in showing employees how the work they do, like how the work they do fits in with that done in the rest of the organization, if the employees can see how their work affects others. So that is a task significance. It will be a motivator to do the best job that they can. So that is called as task significance. So this signifies how important the task is to others in the company. So, and this is the third part, which is task significance. And the next one is autonomy. So, autonomy is nothing but the freedom that we have to give to the employees with respect to like the independence and the decision making ability, and the employees. So, they have to be given all sorts of degrees of freedom and independence, decision making ability, so in order to complete the assigned task in time. So that is another important part. Autonomy is also another important part of job enrichment, because it gives the employees the power and the feeling of importance. And the last important term is about the feedback. So feedback describes how much and what type of information about the job performance is received by the employee. So it is also another important area for motivation. So without feedback, the employees, they have no way to either correct their work, and they have to get the feedback of about how they are performing their work. So this positive feedback will definitely help to motivate the employees by recognizing the efforts that they have put into their work. So, and monetary rewards for doing a good job can cause a very strong incentive. And so these are some of the things, and it also includes corrective feedback. It is also important where they need some like what need improvement. They need some form of improvement in delivering their tasks. So these are included under feedback, and this is also another important factor with respect to job enrichment. So these are the 5 important factors which are included under job enrichment. The next one is about job enlargement. Job enlargement is a job design technique where there is an increase in the number of tasks associated with a certain job. So that is job enlargement. So it means we are increasing the scope of one's duties and responsibilities. The increase in scope, it might be quantitative in nature and not qualitative in nature and at the same level. So that is very important to be noted here. So the increase in scope is quantitative in nature and not qualitative and at the same level. So job enlargement is actually a horizontal restructuring method that aims at increase in the workforce flexibility. And at the same time, we can also reduce the monotony, or as we are performing the same kind of jobs throughout the tenure, so we can able to reduce monotony that may creep up over a period of time. So this is it is also known as horizontal loading in the person's responsibilities, and the responsibilities may increase at the same level and not vertically. So that is the meaning for job enlargement. The job enlargement is a job design technique where we can increase the number of tasks associated with a certain job. And we are having lots of benefits of job enlargement. So we'll see what are the different benefits of job enlargement. So the first one is we can able to reduce monotony. So monotony is so as we can able to eliminate a factor called boredom and monotony, because job enlargement, if planned carefully, can able to reduce this boredom, and they can fulfill the employees in a maximum manner. And so this is the first benefit, and the second one is increased work flexibility. So here we can able to add the number of tasks that one person can deliver. So there is an addition in the number of tasks an individual performs. So we are actually increasing the scope of carrying out tasks that are versatile, and we can able to make a person to deliver multiple tasks. And for this job enlargement, it doesn't require any kind of skills. Additional skills or training is not required here in job enlargement. So here, since the individual has already been performing the same task in the past few years, there is no great requirement for imparting of new skills, because he is just going to get added to what they have performed in the past. So that these are the benefits of job enlargement. And we have to discuss what is the difference between this job enrichment and job enlargement, because more or less the concepts look to be same, but we have some difference between this job enrichment and job enlargement. So here the difference is, with respect to job enlargement, it means we are increasing the scope quantitatively by adding up more tasks. But job enrichment means improving in the quality of such job, and such that they can get much more satisfied and fulfilled. So that is in terms of quantitative and qualitative nature. So there is a difference between job enrichment and job enlargement. And the second point is the job enrichment. It depends on job enlargement for success, and the reverse is not true. So here job enrichment actually depends upon the job enlargement, and the reverse is not true. So that is the second important difference. And the third difference is job enrichment means a vertical expansion in duties and responsibilities, and job enlargement is the horizontal. It is horizontal in nature. And the next one is this job enrichment. It gives employee the greater insights in managerial functioning and a better work profile. And the same, it is not in the case of job enlargement, where we can see the employer. It is actually looked at as a employer tactics to increase the workload. So that is job enlargement. But job enrichment, it gives greater insights in the managerial functioning and a better performance or better work profile. So that is with respect to the difference between job enrichment and job enlargement.